Thanks again for joining us. 8:13. Women have a 12% chance of getting breast cancer in their lifetime. That's a much higher risk than back in 1940 when the chance was around 5%. So certainly making improvements. The American Cancer Society also has some new screening recommendations to ensure that women in your life are taking the necessary steps to live breast cancer free. We've got Dr. Kevin Stevens joining us this morning with some of those new recommendations. But of course, we also want to highlight, as you mentioned, that also men can get breast cancer.
Yeah, men, it's about a 1 in 1,000 chance, but it's there, particularly with men with things like Klinefelter syndrome and hormonal replacement and those kind of things. It's much more common than what you may think, so we have to be aware of that.
And we talked a little about it this morning, but you know, I think often when you think breast cancer and you hear that, women think of a lump, and certainly that's still something worth thinking about and checking for. But there's some new recommendations as well that I think all women could benefit from knowing.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing, you should still get your mammogram, so because
Absolutely.
you can get, you may not be able to palpate a lump, but know your own breast, and you should really take some time to try to make sure that you pay attention to it. And the second thing, of course, we have to do stuff to prevent it. I think that it's not, there is a genetic link. So if your mother or sister, if they have breast cancer, that makes you at increased risk for breast cancer. So then you need to be even more vigilant in your mammograms and self-exams and that kind of thing. And of course your diet, and that has a lot to do with it. What you eat, you own what you eat.
Absolutely. And you know, when we're talking about that, I know that is a question, you know, at your doctor just to bring up if you have someone in the family, because there are testing that can be done before to make sure if you do carry that genetic link, it's brought up.
Yeah, there's a HERS, HERS gene that we know we can test for that link to breast cancer. So absolutely, if someone in your family has it, go to your provider and we can easily test it and make sure you can be informed so that you can do what you can. If you can't prevent it, at least we can detect it early.
Okay, and you did talk about you are what you eat. Absolutely, I know. Halloween is coming up. You saw that there. I pulled that in. But we're going to be eating candy. Let's just go ahead. I'm sorry, I got to be the bearer of bad news. You have a diabetes quiz.
Yes. Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's jump into that if we
can.
can pull it up here for us. And we're just going to test your knowledge. So a low-carb diet is the best diet for people with type 2 diabetes. I'm going to say true. I'm wrong?
Yeah.
I was just making sure you knew. I was just making sure you knew.
Oh, thank you. No, the best diet actually is a balanced diet.
Okay.
Anytime you have extreme low carb, high carbs, that kind of thing, that's not good. And remember, type 2 diabetes is usually insulin resistant. It's not lack of insulin. So losing weight, 5 to 10 pounds, would be a good thing. So have a balanced diet.
Okay,
All right.
balance. Balance is key, right, in all things. All right, let's get to question 2. If you have type 2 diabetes, you will always have to take medicine. I'm going to say false.
Very good. All right, we have 50% now. No. Many times you can control diabetes without medication, particularly if you lose weight. You can get off of medication even if you're on it. So make sure that you monitor your blood sugar and your hemoglobin A1C, which is a blood test you do at your provider, which can tell you how well controlled you are.
Yeah, I love that. There is hope out there. Okay, can we get in one more? Let's see. Even if you take care of yourself, you may still have to take insulin. Let's say true.
Very good. All right. Yes.
2 for 3 ain't bad.
Yeah, you may have to take insulin. It depends on what your blood sugar is, what your hemoglobin A1C is, and all those types of things. Particularly, as I said, if you're overweight, you need to lose weight. There's all kinds of things you can do to make sure you don't take your medication. But we have it there. And they have new devices now. They have the Dexcom 6 where you can measure your blood sugar, and they have a little thing to where they can automatically give you the insulin based upon your blood sugar level. So we have come a long ways.
Yeah, we certainly have. All right.
Halloween, remember, watch the candy, the sugar, and all that kind of stuff, particularly with the kids.
We always got to get that reminder in from a doctor. All right, let's get a quick check on our weather with Alexandra Kramer.